Hello, 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 hello. Uh-oh. You cannot hear me. Okay, how about now? Alright. Hello, hello, hello. It is late, and that's why you see me downstairs in my basement. In my nice, comfy recliner. But I was laying in bed. I was going to do all of this tomorrow. And it just kept laying there, being more and more upset. So I decided to come down and go ahead and record this. So give me a second, I'll go ahead and share my screen and I will show you what's happening. For those of you who don't know, I have been using Divi for three years, maybe four, going on four. And I've recently decided that I didn't want to be on Divi anymore. And I'd heard some really bad things about it after I'd already built an entire, we'll see how many web pages I have, I can't recall. But it's a lot. And they are heavily built with Divi. I have enjoyed my time with Divi. But it is to the point where I need some more functionality that I cannot get even with the new versions of Divi. I am going to say that I'm running a very old version of Divi because I did not renew 2 years ago, and before I canceled my membership with them, I didn't download the most recent. So I switched off of Divi and then I had to put it back in. And so I'm running like a 3-year-old version of Divi, just so we're clear. And the new version might not do this, but I am not willing to pay them again because I don't like it well enough to do that, to get a new updated version. But I added WooCommerce to my site 2 days ago. And now the builder has completely shut down. It will not, I'll show you what happens when I do it. It will not load at all. So that's where I'm currently at. I am a little tired. So let me go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see what the hell is going on. Okay. So this is what my website looks like right now. And so you've got these tabs up here and they go places, and then this is what it looks like. See how pretty that is? It's great. Except for these are the wrong size, but that's neither here nor there. And these don't fit very well. And so these are all things that are frustrating me. But anyway, and then this button goes somewhere. It goes to a Google form. And I believe this one is set to go to a Google form as well. Oh, damn, it is built with Divi. Damn it. Okay. Because this is all Divi. All right. Good to know. But anyway, so this is what everything looks like currently. Here's for the group mastermind. I need to change that word. So there's that, and then there's cart, see, because I added WooCommerce. Anyhow, and then there's a blog, and almost every recent blog post is, oh, you're seeing the private ones. Almost every recent blog post is formatted with Divi. Shit, I just forgot that. All right, so now watch what happens when, let's go back to this page, when I try to enable the builder. So it just fails to load entirely. It says I'm using third-party plugins. Of course, I'm using some PayPal ones, a Stripe one, and then WooCommerce. And it's telling me to manage my plugins or turn them off. And then this one says I'm also using an outdated version of the theme. Of course I am. So if you try to hit reload the builder, this has happened to me before, by the way, even with the more recent one that I had, because I tried adding the store a while ago and I couldn't. So this has been happening for quite some time. Anyway, so there's that. Let's go ahead and cancel that out. And so then it says, all right, here we go. And let's go into themes here real fast. And let's scroll down to 2017 because I really like the way that that one looks. Not real fond of the 2019 one, or the 2020 is a little weird. Actually, let's go here just so you can see what happens. And I'll show you in both spots. See how this is all. And this isn't even on my menu. It's not even supposed to be on the menu. But remember that header I had? There's my header. This is all the stuff gets left behind when you leave Divi. And it's stuck there. You can go in and manually see. This is all the stuff you would see if you were if you did what I call unlocking the internet. If you went here and right clicked and then did inspect, it's all the stuff you would see down in here. But see how sloppy all that is? It just leaves a lot of code. And this is all the code, not even the crap that's just left, but look at all that. Holy cows. So needless to say, it's just not clean at all. But anyway, this is all that's left. And then here's all that text I had in there that I'm trying to clean up. And then this is the end of that text. And now here is what you will gain from our time together. That little header I had right there. That's just from that little box, okay? And then here's the bulleted list. And here's the part where this is just for the let's make a funnel picture. That's just that one. And then here's the one for let's create a workflow in the picture. And retainer services in the picture. And then that's a different one that I'm not entirely sure of. And those were just more. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, it's repeating them though. Well, that's fun. Oh, and then here is the bottom bar where it had my Facebook and my all that stuff. Here's all of that. The footer. What a mess. And again, this is not stuff that was in there. It hasn't been in there in a long time. And then my terms of service is way down here. Twice. Awesome. So this is what happens when you are with Divi. And then let me show you a different one because it's even more of a mess. Here's this one. See, none of this shit is actually supposed to be in the menus. I deleted those things. Look how messy this is. Like, one, this is just a much cleaner. I really like the way that this looks, other than all the nonsense. But, it's just, what a mess. An absolute disaster. And none of this. Make sure that contact me isn't even right either. Oh, yeah. Because that's for my fitness business. Oh, for Pete's sakes. All because I decided to go with WooCommerce and try to build a shop. So, what is the point of all this? I can't say that I recommend going with Divi because it's just a disaster when you leave. And there are quite a few other builders. I'm about to move to Elementor. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the pages that I utilize, the ones I really actually use right now, the main pages. I'm not sure anybody has ever even looked at one of my fitness pages. I'll have to actually go to Google Analytics and check. I'm quite sure no one ever has. Um, and if they haven't, then I don't have to worry about any of that right away. But I'm going to take all of the copy or the new copy that I had already started and just plug that in to a blank page that's not been built with Divi. And then when I start the Elementor process, I can actually, I'm going to create a rebuilding page, essentially, because I needed to make a front page anyway, and I needed to rebuild the services page. It was just going to be a very slow process that I was not going to start right this second. I don't know why I always yawn on video. It drives me crazy. I can go like, I haven't yawned since this afternoon. Yawning. Anyway, so I'm going to plug that in and then I can build those pages slowly without having to delete all of the nonsense. And really, when I look at that, it's not a lot of nonsense. Here, I'll share it one more time and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because if I go in here and let's do that live preview again. If I switch this out, other than the fact that these are all wrong, I can easily fix that. But really the only thing that I need to do is delete all of this, because the only thing that it was doing was a header for my company, and I can fix that up here, you know what I mean, and delete this. And then this is just basic that thing. And then I just need to pull this part out and then redo it in Dancing Script. And basically, if I write down the stuff, I can resize it and make it the way that it needs to be, because it wasn't working correctly anyway for a lot of people. And then it was leaving. I had somebody take a look at this, and it was leaving together on a second line, and I couldn't recreate it. Like every browser that I have, I guess I have a wider screen than that person's using, so I couldn't recreate it. But anyway, I need to pull all of this out, and the only thing that's left, or should be left, is let's make a funnel, and then I need to figure out what that image was, right? And then this one, let's create a workflow, and then the images, right? And that investment goes with that, and that already looks better. And then I can fix all this, easily fix all this, right? So it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's just the fact that this, especially this part, I had that all set up, and I just have to redo it, you know, and it's going to look super boring for a little bit while I get that all fixed. But I believe that it will be so much better, and I believe a lighter builder will be the biggest fix, to be honest with you. So yeah, because this is the one that should be there. I don't know why it's not. Because this is not set to the main, even though I did that a while ago. So, moral of the story is that, and just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about when I say there are a lot of pages, I have, what is that, 38 pages to rebuild. So, and in reality, my store was not showing up properly. So that's a whole nother deal. But look how, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It just doesn't look the way that I had hoped. And I'm having a hard time with some of the, like this stuff. And their pricing tables don't look right, and you can't add images. It's just a nightmare. So I'm done. Um, but it's just going to be kind of a slow boat to China to fix all that stuff slowly but surely. But I'll get it done, and it won't be that big of a deal now that I'm thinking about it. I was just overreacting per usual. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go. But this is definitely something that you want to keep in mind if you decide to go with Divi, because this is what you're looking at if later on down the road you decide to get rid of it. And if you are capable of paying someone to clean all that up, some people won't even touch it. P.S. But if you're capable of paying someone to clean that up, by all means, I would. Just because it's going to take you a little bit of time if you don't have any building experience. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you all later. See ya. Bye.